Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me. And I can't choose what I want to
We're back.
No!
Where the hell are we?
I don't know. You flipped and flopped. What's this about?
I didn't flip or flop. My wife flipped, and I fucked her right in the rear. No, they had to, I don't know, Lex was there. Lady Journey had some ads, but they didn't want the ads to be something, so they flipped the couch.
Wow.
But I also, as a filmmaker, I happen to know you want a little depth.
Is that right?
I don't know. Lex told me that 5 minutes ago. But
Johnny Depp.
You want a little depth, so it gives some, field of depth.
Yes. What is that called? Field of Stream?
Field of Dreams.
Dreams.
Great film, 1989. Phil Alden Robinson.
If you move it, they will come on it.
Oh, believe me. Is that a tick? A tack? What's it called? A tick.
Tic-tac. Paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
Toe. Oh, don't eat that.
Ari got bit by, we went to Montauk for the weekend. He got bit by so many ticks he couldn't eat red meat for a month. True
What?
story. Ticks, they'll fuck you up. They got Lyme disease.
Why can't he eat meat?
It's part of something that does to your body. You can't have meat for a month.
Oh, wow.
So he had to abstain.
If I couldn't eat meat for a month, I would have to eat cum.
Yeah, well, that kind of is meat.
No, it's not.
It's dick meat.
It's
ball
It's
meat.
juice from meat.
Well, isn't that weird? They call that coconut meat. The white shit.
Oh, yeah.
They call it meat. What's
What's the meat of the coconut?
The meat of the
cum's not the
coconut.
meat of the human. The
I
human
guess
is
so.
the meat.
What is it, the batter?
Good to meet you. It's the batter, all right. Batter up.
Hey, batter.
Hey,
Aye,
batter,
aye.
batter, swing batter. I told you I came in the girl's eyes. She drove to the airport. She couldn't sing. Classic. Classic story. Anyways, testimonial.
Yes, that was the word.
I got 5 messages just now. I mean, I have over 100
Wow.
messages. By the way, this is going to come out 9 weeks later. They're all
Yeah.
going to hate us, but
Is that right? Is that the word?
testimonial.
There
Yeah,
it
we need some
is.
testimonials. Are you coming to this thing?
I'll be there with bells on and the lady.
I still don't believe you.
so
We'll
it's 2.5
believe it.
with the pregnant whore.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I see it. Now, Sam's coming. It's a star-studded event. Louis C.K., Sam Morrill, you possibly, May, I imagine will be there.
She's excited.
Really?
Oh,
now, what
well-
is it that excites her? Does she know Tommy?
She loved 4th of July. She
Wow.
loves Tom.
Wow.
She just, I think it's the mass connection.
Boston, yeah.
And she likes that you made a movie, and she likes something to do.
All right. Well, and there's candy.
What?
It's a movie theater.
Oh my God! I forgot I was in a theater.
Yeah, popcorn, M&Ms,
I
the
thought
whole.
this was gonna project on a building in an alley.
Well, that's what Sam said. He's like, "What place is it at?" I'm like, "The movies, baby, Village East.
Village East.
Walk on over." Oh, his name's gonna be in lights.
Wow.
Tom Dustin, right up there.
There it is.
And I'm excited. Who else is coming? Matt Wayne, Matt Salacuse.
Sure, the shooter.
Who? By the way, I saw Chavone last night. He was like, "Hey, what is this about Salacuse blowing out candles at the wedding?"
Oh no.
He didn't. He got the word later. Like the venue reached out and they were like, some asshole in a Hawaiian shirt and a windbreaker was blowing out our candles.
There was a homeless guy rearranging furniture at the wedding.
Right. So yeah, he's in deep trouble. He's never getting invited to another wedding.
No, not with that outfit.
Nope.
It's
And
like Ron Jeremy.
who else is coming? I think
Any blacks?
Damian Lemon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lemon lime
Whew.
disease.
Thank God, that was a tough pull.
We got one.
Damian Lemon.
I could put on a little makeup if you need.
Absolutely, but
All right.
no, I'm sure some of the fans are black. A lot of black people love documentaries about white unknown comedians.
That's
I think,
true.
don't you think?
It's a big genre with the Afro-Americane.
Best doc of all time, Hoop Dreams.
Is that right? You think
Blacks.
best?
Well, my favorite, of course, is King of Kong, Fistful of Quarters.
Oh, that's
which
a
is
classic.
Just about the best movie ever made. But
That was one of those documentaries where you're like, this must be written. It's too good. It's too real, or it's too perfect as a story. The arc and the villain.
the villain's amazing.
The
It's
hero.
just perfectly funny. The music, it's a perfect film, and I hope to someday see a film as good as that one.
Well, we're seeing one on Thursday. Woo! go?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. And all you gays packed it out, sold out to the rafters. 80
Is it?
people. Yeah, it's sold out.
What?
I'll tell you what's not sold out. Town Hall. Your tickets are still available to Town Hall.
There you go,
If you and about 700 of your friends want to go, get some tickets, and we'll still have space. So get on it.
There you go.
November
Town Hall.
9th.
Saw Louis C.K. there in 2009. Bought and paid for. Sat in the nosebleed and laughed like a hyena on heroin.
Wow. I just got off the phone with old Seek, and we might be doing some shows at a place near you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Who's opening?
Probably him. He doesn't really have an act just yet.
That's true. I've seen it.
Remember he featured for me? Isn't that crazy?
Wild. I love that line.
That was a good line.
Side Splitters.
Yeah. Did the whole weekend.
Wow.
Thursday through Sunday, 6 shows. He was middling for me.
Now, what does Louis do during the day? Do you hang out with him? Do you go to the mall? Do you guys go laser tag, shooting range, batting cage?
Well, I think left to his own devices, he does very little, I think.
Yeah.
I think he likes to really sit in the room and write and read. I mean, he reads. He's like 8 books. He's a very well-read fella.
Yes.
He's read all over.
Yeah, he's
But
pink.
I'll get him going. I'm like, let's go to the beach. Let's go to the museum. Let's kiss on the lips. Let's watch a film. Let's watch a game.
Sure.
So, yeah, he'll get after it.
All right,
little bit.
Tough guy to read. Now, what am I doing wrong with reading? I sit on the couch, I open the book, and I go, fuck this. What is
Well, I
it?
think your brain's a little mushy. We're all mushy. I
yeah, big
read a
mush.
good amount, but it's still it's tough sledding because I'm reading and but the third word, I'm like, what's that word mean exactly? Let me look it up, and I'm like Costanza.
I know.
It's very
Put the game
difficult. The ball's just sitting there, and I can't hit it.
Well, I feel like a flight I can do because I can't go anywhere anyway. So I'm like, all right, I got no Wi-Fi. I'm going to sit here and read this book. And it helps a little. But if I'm at home, I got the phone, the laptop, the wife's vagina. I've got food. I've got a soda water.
Well, we had this conversation years ago. I think it was in your old apartment episode, the old apartment. And this is my question. This is my therapy question to you. Why do you feel you need to be a reader? You could be a guy that doesn't read. You listen to a lot of podcasts.
I do.
And you watch a lot of YouTube.
I do.
You're taking in a lot of entertainment and information.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So you don't have to be a ready guy.
Well, every YouTube channel I watch where they go, what does every billionaire have in common? What does every entrepreneur have in common? Blah, blah. They all read. A lot of reading.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine. I mean, Trump certainly was not a reader.
Well, I don't want to be Trump.
Well, he's a billionaire.
Oh, is he?
That's what he says. I don't know.
Oh, all right.
I think he's a billionaire.
I thought he lost a lot of money with colleges, and he opened a steakhouse and a casino and a Stormy Daniels.
Yeah, I think he opened a lot of things, but I think he was a billionaire. What's it say?
$4 billion.
There you go. Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
he's selling, what was he selling recently? It
Merch?
just came out. Watches, like $10,000
Really?
watches. Yeah.
He did the shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a man of the
coins.
people. He's
I
got
guess
$10,000
so.
watches.
Well, and I think he sold Bibles for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's happening too.
Wow.
Trump Bible. So
Bible. All the pages are sticky.
good guy, entrepreneur. But did we talk about this too? We're entrepreneurs.
I guess so.
Yeah, I think so. Remember we looked it up? Wasn't that on this podcast? I can't remember anything anymore.
Well, it's like when people go, you're your own business. You're a
We
business.
are.
You're like, whoa, I'm a business.
I know, it's crazy.
Mind your business.
And sometimes I'll be like, I suck at running the business. And then other people are like, yeah, you suck at the business. But then I'm like, well, I'm doing better than like 99% of the people that ever even try this.
They killed it. You half sold Town Hall.
Yeah, half. What are you, crazy?
Ah, shit. I was trying to be generous.
We'll get to half. I
All
think half will be the number.
You got 2 months.
No, I don't.
Month and a half.
Less than that. It's a month from today.
Oh,
By the time this comes out, we got 10 days. We're fucked.
Shit.
But I haven't asked my favors yet. I haven't gone in. I'll hit up Shane and the
We'll
other
tweet,
guy.
Yes, we'll post. We'll
Yeah,
share.
I think so. And I'm supposed to do Ari's podcast. It'll be great.
It'll be fine.
Well, that's the problem with these big. I talked about this last night at Grove 34, my last show in Astoria before moving. These agents, they go, congratulations, you're doing Town Hall. And they spray champagne on you. They come on your back.
Yes.
And then they high-five you. And I'm like, but we've sold 0 tickets.
Right.
Anyone could just book it.
That's a good
I
point.
can book Madison Square Garden and then throw a party that I'm doing well.
Yeah.
And then I'll sell 800 tickets, and we have 17,200 empty tickets.
You're 100% right. I would say the people go do that with everything. They go, I'm doing an hour. And you're like, but you're bad.
Right.
You have 20 minutes of material, if that. Don't do an hour, but they want the hoopla. They want the fanfare.
The fanfare, the publicity. I remember seeing a comic years ago, and his intro was just wrote a script. That was like his, what do you want me to say? He goes, tell him I just wrote a script. And I'm like, well, let's see the script.
Yes.
I can write you a script in 10 minutes.
Exactly. Scripture of what?
The
Scriptures.
Scripture. What is a scripture? That's just like something Moses wrote down.
It's in Trump's Bible.
The apostle.
I think it's like a story. The scriptures, or is it quotes?
But they scripted it?
I guess so. Is it cursive?
Was it like did they do it on like Final Draft? What's a scripture? Lex looked it up.
Sacred writings of Christianity contained in the Bible.
Oh, okay.
There you
so
go.
The Christianity writings contained in the Bible, the Bible.
Another one says the sacred writings of another religion.
What's a psalm?
Psalm.
with
That's
a
like
P.
that's like PSLAM.
Yeah.
Psalm Springs.
Psalm Pilot.
Psalm, I think, is like a haiku.
Oh.
I believe. I think it's like, Lord cometh and came on my back, and then he kissed my mother.
Right.
Psalm 48.
He put in my Canaan anal.
Psalm 41.
Ah. Good band.
Oh, they suck. What's a psalm there, Lexaroo?
A sacred song or hymn in particular.
It was a song.
Those contained in the biblical Psalms.
I got more rhymes, and the Bible's got psalms.
Oh.
Just like the prodigal son upreturned.
A book of the Bible comprising of the collections of verses sung or recited in both Jewish or Christian worship.
Okay.
Who told you to put the psalm on?
I didn't tell you to put the psalm on.
Well, speaking of Psalm 41, he was banging Avril Lavigne, who got Lyme poisoning and had to quit the business.
Lyme
Lyme
poisoning.
disease, sorry.
Oh, I was thinking like
With
a
a tick.
green lime. Like she drank an
Oh.
old Corona
No,
that had been
no.
sitting out. Smoked.
Coronavirus.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she got Lyme disease, and she had to quit because it fries your brains and your rods and cones are mushy.
Yeah, Lyme is fucked up. Andy Hendrickson had it. I know he was whacked out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was years ago. I think he's still a little screwy.
I haven't seen him since, so yeah, he must be off the map. Pull up Lyme disease. It's no joke. Avril Lavigne. Give it a goog.
Lyme's fucking. We can't just keep having all these
Sorry.
readings going. We've got more readings than the Bible's got Psalms.
That's true. Scripture.
Where you been? What have you been up to? I got a couple
Woo.
things. You got a couple things.
I got some fun. Now, this is when travel gets good, when you can really beat the system. And what do you got on Avril Lavigne?
The bacterial infection spread by ticks that cause several mental whatever. She
Bacterial infection.
got it.
Wow.
There you go.
Limes.
Lyme
There's
disease.
no rhyme or reason to it,
Yeah.
folks.
So, got a gig in London, Ontario. What do you know about old London Ont?
I don't know too much about London, Ontario. I hear like it's a tour stop for a lot of bands.
Yeah.
They'll be like, we're in London, Ontario. It's in the shadow of Toronto, I guess.
That's what
because
it
it's
is.
a lot smaller. And what's it on the lake, maybe?
It's right above Detroit.
Okay.
So it's something with a lake. Lake Bell, Lake Lively. But great crowd. Did a high school auditorium. They'll just put you anywhere because it's such a sleepy town. I don't know if they had a theater anymore. So I'm in some high school, college ballroom. Killer crowd. Had a blast. I got Sean Murphy opening. You got to connect to get there. And then Sean goes, don't get a hotel in
Oh, boy.
London. I'm going to get my mom's car from Buffalo, drive it over there. Then we'll do the gig. We'll drive straight to Toronto and sleep there.
How far is Toronto?
2 hours.
Okay, not bad.
So then we get to Toronto, big lights, big city. We go to Comedy Bar, which is the club there.
Right.
Hop on the Late Show.
Wait, you did your show and made it to the Late Show for Comedy Bar?
7 o'clock show in London town, old foggy London. Drove to Toronto, got there by 11:45.
Wow.
Did the Late Show, packed out, got a few like, oh, there's that guy, you know.
No kidding.
And then, then went to bed, woke up in Toronto, in the city, loving it, and then did 2 shows at the Meridian Hall.
I don't know Meridian Halls. That's like a theater?
Big theater, fun
Wow.
times, yeah.
God damn, that's exciting.
It was fun. It's fun getting out. You know, you don't have to do multiple flights. And I love it out. You know, people are like at the show going, hey, we should get drinks. And I go, we're driving to Toronto.
Right.
Don't you love an out?
That's what a baby is. A baby's all out all the time.
We're outed.
There's nothing better than the baby for the out.
Love
Because you
the
can
out.
be ambiguous. Well, the baby's, I got the baby.
Oh, yeah.
Got the baby's coming in town. The baby's got a tooth. The baby's teething.
Right.
The baby's sick. The baby's got a rash. The baby's got an infection. The baby's got a boner. Anything.
And no one can push back on baby.
Right.
There's no baby push. You can't go, fuck the baby, throw it in a dumpster. Let's hit the bar.
Right. And people with babies, they're even more accepting. They go,
Uh-huh.
oh, I know that. I remember those days. I don't miss those days. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
The people without the baby, they don't know. They're clueless. They go, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess the
yeah.
baby, shit. If he's got a shit on his pants, you can't do my show.
Right.
So it's really a perfect excuse.
perfect.
There's the haves empathize, the have-nots go, I can't even imagine.
Right.
It's perfect.
That's gold.
Yeah.
COVID was pretty big too, but this is better.
This is way better because there's no baby deniers. There's no one that's like, no, babies aren't real. There probably is, actually.
Well, a condom is like the mask. You try not to get a baby.
Good point.
Ah.
They never had condoms required. You can't get on the subway without a condom on.
Hey, if you come into this restaurant, you got to wear a condom, then take it off at the table,
Yes.
then fuck the sandwich, then put the condom back on.
Right, exactly. But by the way, we've talked about it, I think, but Colin Quinn had the best joke about it because everyone had a joke about that.
Yeah.
And Colin had the best where you have to wear the mask in and then take it off. He's like, it's kind of like the suit in court. Guy's like a rapist and a murderer. He's like, he's got the suit.
That's
suit.
great.
How funny is that?
I've never heard that
It
take.
is so funny, the idea that, like, O.J. Simpson, he stabbed his wife's head off, he cut another guy's head up, and he's in there with a suit. We're all like, okay, the suit.
Yes, so true.
So fucking funny.
I mean, I went to court a million times for traffic tickets or DUI, whatever, as a teen, and you'd see like 8 black guys in basketball shorts outside putting slacks on, and they'd be doing the tie, and then they go in there. Because if you didn't wear a suit, you lost the case. It was over. The Judge Joe Brown would be like, what the fuck is this guy doing in here?
I remember doing it, and I got pulled over for like a suspended, not a suspended license, an expired license.
Yeah.
And that was like a thing, and I had to drive out to court. It happened in Western Mass, and I'd like put on a tie and a suit, and everybody was dressed not as well.
Really?
And I felt like a jacket. Like I felt like they were gonna tune me up in the back and be like, "You cracker ass, cracker."
Of course.
Fuck you. But it was. I was like shaking, like I forgot to get my paperwork, and they were like, "Sir, it was my father's suit. The sleeves were too long. The
yeah.
tie was. I looked like Andrew Baskin in Big.
Oh, yeah, when he turns back.
Yeah, exactly. So.
By the way, she fucked like a 12-year-old in that movie.
Oh, big time.
Mentally.
Many times.
Yeah, nobody cared. Nobody batted an eye.
No, that was totally acceptable. And then Overboard, forget about it.
What's Overboard?
Overboard's Kurt Russell, Goldie Hawn. She has amnesia, and he's like, "Yeah, you're my wife, bitch." And then he just fucks her for months
Wow.
and makes her raise his kids. It's a
Wow,
rom-com.
I gotta watch this.
And then they remade it with the genders flipped, like last year.
Who's in it?
I don't think anybody.
Wow,
But that's a hell of a picture.
what a premise.
That's what bonded Matt Wayne and I originally, because we both had like a encyclopedic knowledge of Overboard,
Wow.
which is such a deep cut.
She's an underrated, good-looking lady.
Oh, she's awesome. I have love with her.
I think she's hotter than her daughter. Everybody's like, oh, Kate Hudson's very attractive. And she is, but Goldie's got a look. She's got the big, wacky eyes, and her mouth is like a fucking soup cooler.
I mean, I love Goldie. I'm a big Goldie guy, but the fact that the idea that she's hotter than fucking Hudson is crazy.
Oh, I go Goldie.
That's worse than my Sopranos take. People are upset about the Sopranos. There should be Reddit threads
Call
and
in.
podcasts dedicated
Goldie.
to the fucking Goldie Hawn hotter than Kate Hudson. What are you? No mom is hotter than the daughter.
Han Solo. What are you kidding me? Oh, Susan Sarandon's hotter than her daughter.
I've never seen the daughter.
She looks like Lex.
Oh, I'm into Lex.
That's not pretty.
Lex being. All right, let me pull up Kate Hudson and Goldie
Lex
Hawn,
Luthor.
same age. Goldie's hot.
Same age.
Kate Hudson is a fucking smoke.
Very
bomb,
pretty, but
smoke
she's
show.
so like traditional. I've seen it before. Goldie's interesting looking. She looks like a big mouth bass.
Well, she's hilarious, but
Oh, you got a
she's
hook in there.
a little wackadoodle, and Kate Hudson's can bring home the bacon, fry it in the pan.
Sure. Very, very pretty. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Minutes or whatever. That was fun.
Well,
But
Almost Famous, which is just a
Oh.
masterpiece.
Look how cute.
Let me see Goldie.
Well, that's
Hold
a little
on.
too young. I mean, would you find an 11-year-old Goldie?
Let me see the eyeballs.
Han Solo.
Can you post this photo in there? I mean, no, come on. She looks 11. Her
Ah.
eyeballs are wacky.
I like a big old round eye.
Yeah, she's hot. Super hot.
Oh, look at that. That's pretty.
Next tab. How
And
do
she
I get
got
to the
breast
next
implants
tab?
later in life.
Oh, look at this. Come on. Get the fuck out of here.
That's not even her. That's Blake Lively.
That's Kate Hudson.
That's not her.
That's Kate Hudson. Can we get a shot of this? Yeah, that's
Is it?
Kate Hudson. Yeah, she's
All
like
right, well,
perfect.
She's very attractive.
You're very talented. Let's leave it at that.
All right, I'll give Goldie the silvery.
Goldie Hawn.
Yes.
Kurt Russell's hotter than Goldie Hawn.
Kurt Russell's a hunk.
He is something else, that guy.
Woo-wee. Kurt's so good. Yeah, he's him and the Thing. What a man.
What a film. Hey, gang. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. It is scary to face your fears, but it's even scarier not to. Don't miss out on life. Let BetterHelp's online therapy help you overcome your fears. You'll talk through your struggles with someone who cares and find solutions to problems and a path towards a better life. I swear by therapy. I love therapy. It turned my whole damn life around. I'm living the high life down here in BPC. I got my best buddies surrounding me. Why? Because I don't fear anything anymore. Well, maybe a few things. Cats, dogs, heights, water, polo, climate change, war, my sister's ass. BetterHelp is a completely online, just fill out a quick survey to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can have video calls, phone calls, or messages anytime that suits your schedule. You can even switch therapists at any point for no additional charge until you find the match that's perfect for you. Take off the mask with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Tuesdays today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Tuesdays.
Hey, folks. Tuesday's Story is brought to you by Jack Black. While you're updating your life for fall, update your skincare as well. Jack Black just launched 4 new scents of their #1 deodorant, Pit Boss. Now comes in Big Sur, Blue Midnight, Jack Zen, and Black Reserve, which all smell incredible. Pit Boss, great name.
Love that.
Match your deodorant with your cleanser and your lotion, so everything will have the same great scent. I need this stuff, and thank God they sent us some because I smell glorious. I got some BO cooking. I get some bad odors out there, so those days are over thanks to Jack Black. Get ready to find your signature scent with Jack Black. They have products for everything from moisturizer to beard care, so you can smell amazing from head to toe. If you want simple, effective products that do what they say they're going to do, you need Jack Black. Head to getjackblack.com/Tuesdays and use code Tuesdays for 10% off your order and free shipping. That's getjackblack.com/Tuesdays for 10% off your order plus free shipping. Come on. Make sure you use our promo code Tuesdays so they know we sent you. Getjackblack.com/Tuesdays. We'll get into that later. But yeah, Toronto was killer. Got to give a shout out. I got the most nice messages I've ever gotten after a show from Toronto. You know, you just have one of those hot shows. It just works. Everything clicks into place. Because you get the London, Ontario set in on Friday. And then on Saturday, I feel like I'm ready.
Right.
That was almost, not to shit on London, but that was the warm-up.
Right. It's weird to have, isn't it so strange that we have, like, London's one of the great cities in all of America, the American world, that is. London. You got to make it in London Calling, London Bridges, and then there's just a lesser London.
I had brought this up. I said you're the Paris, Texas of Canada.
Yes, good point.
You got this big name, and they have fish and chips everywhere and London flags, but I'm like, you're just a copy. You're a shittier version.
Well, that's kind of like, I think Colin had a joke about this too. Like, in Connecticut, there's a shitty city called New London.
Right.
Like, we have New York. This is the New York.
Yes.
Then we have New London. And I think he said, like, New York should be New London. This is the New London.
That's a great point.
Because London was already a burgeoning virgin city.
We left there to open this up.
Yeah, New London.
But we called it New Amsterdam, which doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, well, I think it was Dutch. People came.
Yes.
Very Dutch.
Fuck is a Dutch word.
Is that right?
Fuck, stoop, Brooklyn, Bronx.
How about that?
All Dutch.
No kidding.
Wait, hold on. I feel like New York, though, is the Terminator 2 to York. We're better. I've been to York. It's boring.
Right.
It's a sleepy, gay, foggy, faggy town. New York is like center of the universe.
Right. It's got to be gayer than the first York, though.
Well, that's true. We get pretty gay.
This is as gay as it gets.
Well, they got castles and
True.
homos.
Yeah, we got
castles and hobos.
we got hobos, homos. I'm scared to leave. This is the last day in Astoria. This is it.
Wow.
Been here for 17 years.
Wow.
It's
Mamacita.
Crazy. I did Grove 34 last night, and I'm walking over there going, I think I've made the biggest mistake of my life.
I could see that.
I'm 11 minutes from the airport. I've never been nervous walking around Astoria one time ever, although there was that guy that was running around punching people a year ago. Or 2 years ago on a scooter.
And one time Chuck was walking around. That was scary.
Yeah, that was bad news. But, I mean, I walked to a comedy club, Grove 34, my favorite club. They give me all the money. They pack it out.
Great room.
And I walk home. It's like a small town out here. I have a backyard. I have this beautiful basement podcast studio for next to nothing.
Yeah.
It takes me 9 minutes to get to one airport, 11 minutes to get to the other airport, 9/11, and I'm going to the 9/11 memorial.
Whoa!
Right as the Middle East explodes into World War III, I'm like, I'm going to go down to Ground Zero with my baby, move there.
I love it. Bring it on.
It's terrifying, and there's real hobos,
Yes.
and the financial district, there's crazies down there, there's cocaine.
Yeah, but you're leveling up. You got some perks here. You got the room, you got the neighborhood, you got the airport. I'll give you that. But just the gym, the pool, the island of Manhattan, Jerry. You made it. Talk to a guy who's lived there for 80 years. It is something. When you walk out your door, you're like, I'm already here.
But you're moving out.
I know.
You're like, I got to get out of here.
Well, I feel like I'm beating the system because I live in New York, but I have a backyard and a bunch of space.
Right.
So you get the best of both because I'm still in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still trees and cars and people and shops and restaurants and bars. But
and hipsters and wokes.
yeah, but there's no hobo. There's less
no hobo in Brooklyn.
Well, in my area, it's pretty nice.
Okay.
But I'm still in the city. I'm 21 minutes from the cellar. I clocked it.
21.
On the sea.
Ooh.
But, hey, people always shave. They're like, hey, door to door, I can get from here to Beirut in 17 minutes.
Oh, I told you. I had a guy trying to get me to move to his town, and I go, Google map it right now.
Yes.
And he's like, it's 42 minutes, and I happen to know his address off the top of my head. I looked it up. It was like 69 minutes.
Of course.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But the other thing is, back-to-back hurricanes. I live 35 inches from the water. If there's a flood, I'm gone.
Oh, that's true.
Well, I'm on the third floor. I'll have to escape.
Well, we haven't had any crazy flooding in America recently.
No, I don't think so. We'll be fine.
Helene, Godspeed.
Well, this other one, by the way, what's the new one?
Oh, yeah, there's one going to Florida. What's that one called?
Jupiter.
I think it's called
Emilio.
Dexter, Betty, Bobby.
No, I got it. It's Milton.
Milton.
Yeah, Milton Bradley.
Not a very threatening name. Oh, no, Milton. He's coming at me.
Uncle Milty. Well, he's got that huge cock.
That's
he's hit
true.
a huge cock. That's
And
Florida.
Florida is a huge cock.
Right,
So
that's what I'm saying.
Cock on cock crime.
Anyways, I'm excited for the move.
Big move.
Oh, God. We're downsizing. Did I fuck up?
No, you're leveling up. You're losing some, but gaining a lot.
Spending a lot more.
That's true.
Near my niece.
There you go. Niece, pace.
Grass. A lot of grass.
Grass is big.
Playground.
Although I'll tell you, on a beautiful day like this, I walked around your hood on a phone call for about half an hour. It is very peaceful.
Spectacular over here. It's like I'm in a small town.
I know, the trees. There's less trees in Manhattan.
And
mosquitoes.
Also, the other thing is, my Starbucks, the most costly thing is I'm so in at my bucks. They give me free drinks. I get free pie.
You get buybacks?
Every day. Not even. Every day they all hook me up. They love me over there. You should see me. We'll walk over there after this. I'm like the mayor over there.
You can build a rapport in the island.
I know, but these are like Manhattan people. They're snobby. They're
That's
cunty.
true.
They're like, who's this guy? And I'm the only broker over there. It's all finance assholes.
Yeah, you're going to stand out.
Which this is how dumb I am. I'm a fucking moron. So we had to pay last rent to get in.
Yeah.
Which was like $48,000. I send the guy the money. Here you go. Here's all my money. Enjoy it. 4 days later, he's like, okay, so you're moving in on the 11th. So you're only going to be in the apartment for 22 days. Or whatever the fuck the math is. Whatever. I can't do the math off the top of my head. So that should be perforated rate or prorated. So for November, just pay $2,800, whatever the number is.
Okay.
But I was like, November? We're there the whole month.
Yeah.
Why would we pay less? And so I'm a fucking jackass, and I'm like, hey, I'm happy to pay less, but I think you're shooting yourself here in the foot, you fucking big asshole idiot.
Oh, you came clean on him.
Because you're telling me November, I'm paying a discounted rate of $4,000, but whatever it is, $3,200. But we're there the whole month. I mean, are you kicking us out? Am I crazy? And he's like, no, you already paid the first month full price.
Uh-huh.
You already paid for October.
Oh, but you're not there all of October.
Yes. So he's
I
like, that's
see.
right. November, you pay the discount
Oh.
to make up for already paying full price in October.
I didn't
He's
get
like,
it either.
Also, you didn't owe us rent till November 1st. You just paid us on October 5th. He's like, which is fine.
Yeah.
So I'm 2 months ahead of rent, and I'm such a moron. Come November 1st, I'm going to go, well, rent's due.
Right.
I'm going to send him the rent again.
And he's going to go, thank you. I'll see you later.
But he was like, this will be fun having a non-fucking finance guy.
Yes.
But he must be like, these people are retarded.
Yeah.
I look like
wow.
a fucking moron.
But at least he knows you're honest because you came clean on the rent. Like, hey, I think you're screwing yourself here. And he's like, no. And then he's honest, too. So I think we got a good pair. You're not some fucking chiseler Wall Street cunt.
That's a good point. I'm honest and early. Honest
Yes.
and early Joe. That's me sexually.
Honest and early.
I go, hey, I like you, and I think you're nice, even though you're a fat shit. And then I come 30 seconds in.
I'm 3 inches, and I'm finishing in 2 minutes. Boom.
Anyway, so Toronto ruled.
Toronto, what a great city. We had so
best.
much fun. We lived it up, and then you get to fly back for 44 minutes, and you're home free.
I love that. How was customs or whatever it's called?
Not bad, but I had to change all my flights because back in the day, I fly out of Newark, being a West Side queef.
Right.
So now I'm on the Brooklyn side, so I had to go, hey, Dickless, can you move me to LaGuardia or JFK? And he's like, I can't find anything. It's too late. This flight's $8 million. So I had to just go back. And the Newark to Brooklyn is a cum guzzler.
Well, you got the bridge, though. The, Terrazano.
Oh, yeah.
Verrazano.
I didn't even think about that.
You got Outer Bridge. You got all those things.
Well, the GP Anal said go Holland Tunnel through
Oh,
Canal
across.
Street and then the Manhattan Bridge.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But-
that works, too.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
Absolutely.
But yeah, great gigs. And this weekend I'm in California.
Where at?
Monterey.
I've heard great things.
I think it's like a wealthy suburb of San Fran, which is crazy to think. San Fran's the most expensive city,
Right.
and this is a wealthy version of that outside.
Like Sausalito.
Yes, good word.
Spaghetti Sausalito.
Yes. So then I'm going to Oakland.
Oakland and Sacktown, the Bay Area, and back down.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anyone has any money there.
Oakland? No, there's got to be some money. It's right in the Bay.
The gay area.
Yeah, all the sports teams left abruptly.
See?
Everybody, the whole town.
Only In-N-Out to ever shut down is in Oakland. The whole
No
country.
kidding.
Yeah, they got out.
Wow.
No in.
Well, they just lost every sport. Like 3 sports teams were like, we're out, we're out, we're out.
Damn. What,
Yeah.
they were the Raiders?
Raiders left. The Warriors in the NBA,
Warriors.
they flew the coop.
Wait, where? I thought they were Golden State.
They are, but they were in Oakland. Now they're in San Francisco.
Ooh.
And then
that
the
hurts.
Athletics, who have been there since 1967 or some shit, they're off to Vegas.
Whoa, the Oakland
So,
A's?
Oakland A's are done. No more.
Oh, my God.
Forget about it.
A minus. Vegas is getting everything. They got the Raiders.
They got the Raiders, they got the A's, and then they got the Knights.
Holy hell. What were the Knights?
Knights were an expansion team.
Knights of Columbus.
Golden Knights, which is a fun name for a hockey team.
Golden Knights?
Yeah, it's a pun.
Ah.
Because it's knights, like they're like fucking knights with the helmet. Ah, but it's
Right.
like, hey, the Golden Knights of Las Vegas.
Yes, yes.
Although they're just the Vegas. They're not. They dropped the loss.
Ah.
Vegas Knights. I think they didn't want to have loss in there.
Lossinger.
How about that shooting? That was really something else.
Oh, the country singer?
Yeah, that was like the craziest one.
Guy in a hotel, top floor.
Mandalay Bay.
Yeah,
He was with Monterey
that's right.
Bay. Monterey Gay.
Ah,
Oh boy.
the Bay Area. But yeah, that was a crazy shooting. Well, the other one, I think we had one recently. Georgia, no one cared. They all come and go.
Well, now I'm just so busy. I can't take it all in. There's a shooting. All right, sure. I don't know.
The dime a dozen. Well, it's copycats, they say. Columbine showed up, then another guy went, I can do that. It's like the 4-minute mile.
Which, by the way, there was Roger Bannister.
Yes.
There's a guy who shot up a school in Portland, Oregon, like a year or two before Columbine. Nobody ever talks about it. It's like the
Right.
most unsung
I didn't even know it.
shooting of all time.
Portland, eh?
Yeah, big school shooting. Mona's told me about it. I had to look it up. It
Pull
was
it
a
up.
big killer shooting. Portland, look up Portland high school shooting. I think it was like 96, 97, 98, somewhere, and nobody knows about it.
I had no idea.
But Columbine really hit the...
Yeah, well, it's like Trenchcoat Mafia. That was big. Columbine, yeah. What do you got in Portland there, Fatty?
Springfield, Oregon.
Maybe it wasn't Portland. It was Oregon, though.
That's all the same.
98.
High school shooting.
Yes, the year before.
Columbine was 99.
Yeah,
Year freshman.
April 15th.
Kiplin Kinkle opened fire.
Kiplin Kinkle?
Jesus, no wonder he's angry.
That's a name. That sounds like the boss's name in an 80s sitcom.
Kiplin Kinkle.
Like the Jetsons' rival.
Right.
Kiplin Kinkle.
Killed 2 classmates, wounded 25 others,
Killed 22 people, but hit 25 others.
and killed his parents before.
Whoa!
So he went in, shot his parents, walked in, killed 2 kids, and shot 25 others the year before. No one's ever even heard of this fucking thing.
He's a trailblazer.
Boom.
Because he got suspended, he got expelled after the school found out that he was hiding a stolen handgun in his locker.
Wow.
That's
So
what
he
did
had
it?
a handgun. They expelled him, and he came back.
Killed his parents, came back and shot him.
His parents must have abused him. I think if you shoot your parents, they probably put the finger in your ass or something.
Menendez.
Yeah.
Yeah. How come they're not out of prison? They tasted their dad's jizz over and over enough to kill the guy. I feel like, yeah, they've done their time.
I'm sure they'll relook into that case at some point.
Well, there's quite a big Netflix show about it that's doing very well.
I'll have to check it out.
It's dark. I saw that.
Oh.
Kim K's on it.
Well, okay. Let me tell you a couple tales. I got a couple tales over here. You want
Please.
heads or tails?
Yeah, Chippendales.
Well, first of all, I got to give a hot shout out to one of the great American cities, Philadelphia,
Oh!
Pennsylvania.
Brotherly anal.
What a town. We love it. We've been blowing Philadelphia for 40 years over here.
Big fan of the Philly.
That's our town. I got sober there. I met my parents there.
Wow.
My grandmother blew me there.
Little Philly broke your heart?
Philly broke my heart. No, it was a girl.
Pull over.
I love Philadelphia. We did Helium, which I did like the first year in its existence. I opened for Nick DiPaolo there.
Ah, yes, Nick Dip.
And I got all kinds of fun stories about that. One time I was killing so hard, he walked out. I ordered a pizza, a large cheese pizza. And in the middle of my set, he just brought it out and put it on the stool.
Jeez.
Because the stage is right next is the door.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is that? And he just crawled back into the green room.
I don't care for
Tried to
that.
do my show with a cheese pizza on the stool.
Was he kind of like, hey, you're killing too hard?
I came back. I went, what the fuck was that? He goes, I don't know. You're killing too hard. It was pissing me off.
Ah!
So I just did my set. When I finished my set, I had to walk back with the pizza. And so we had that. And then I
He's
told
got
you
a great delivery.
I told you he can't only do 30 minutes. I told you the King Tut story.
King Tut. No, I don't believe you have.
Well, this was way back in 07, 08. Somebody can look it up and fact check my asshole. But DiPaolo and I are sitting around. You ask, like, what does Louis do? Nick was similar. He doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
So, and I'm getting to that age now.
I know,
where I'm like this,
same.
I'll be right here. I'm going to watch TV. So Nick and I have been working together for a little while, and I go, hey, I've been walking around. They got billboards and every posters for King Tut. Evidently, King Tut is in town. We go see King Tut. And he's like, I guess. I don't know. He's like, my wife mentioned something about King Tut. She said he's here. And I go, well, let's go. Look at it. What else are we doing? So we walk all the way down to the museum, and we get there. There's like 1,000 people outside. It's like paparazzis and reporters and big umbrella lights like this. And
Yeah.
there's signs, and everybody's kissing. And we go, this is crazy. What is this? So we walked over to a window. I saw a window, and I go, hey, 2 for King Tut.
Ah.
The boys want to see King Tut, see what this is all about. And they
Yeah,
go,
Tutty.
they go, you got your tickets? And I go, no, that's what I'm talking to you for. What am I, an asshole?
It's a box office.
I'm asking you for tickets. This is the box office, the vagina office.
Yes, box.
And the guy goes, yeah, this sold out 3 years ago.
3 years.
Because it's King Tut.
Was this Taylor Swift?
I look over, and there's 10 million people there. There's got balloons and weather balloons.
Wow.
And CNN is there, and MTV is there, and MSNBC, and Vice, and Playboy.
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
And the guy goes, yeah, it's King Tut. It's the King Tut. from Egypt. They flew him from
Oh,
Africa.
it's the real guy.
It's the real King Tut. He's like
Oh.
7,000 years old. They dug up his old bones and dragged him over.
Wow. Is he on ropes? Is he, hey, everybody?
I don't even know what King Tut is. He was the king of Egypt. Is that right?
I think the king of Tut.
King Tut. No, Tut's his name. His name's like Tut Peterson.
Oh, Tut. Okay. Okay.
Tut Johnson. I don't know what his last name is, but no,
I'm in a Tut.
he's king, like this King Philip and King Steve and
Sure.
King Greg.
King Lear.
King what?
King Lear.
King Lear. Yes.
Yes.
Norman Lear's poem.
Right.
I think it's a psalm. So
Scripture.
yeah, it's the King Tut, and it's ancient. He's 5 million years old or whatever. So all these historians from across America and Canada wanted to see the Tut. And we're just two jackasses from Boston going, whatever, we'll see Tut.
Sure.
And we got turned away like idiots. It's like if two, queefy artist people walked up and they go, I heard the Super Bowl's today. I keep hearing about this Super Bowl.
Right.
And they walk over to a guy in a yellow vest and a machine gun and go, we'd like to watch the Super Bowl, please.
Yes. Well, was there a guy outside with a trench coat going, I got 2 for Tut. I got 2 for Tut over here. Tut 2.
Two beauties. You think you died and went to heaven. What do you got on Tut? We're doing too much going to the producer.
Yeah,
here.
maybe. Oh, Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun, yes.
Who are we to give him a nickname?
That sounds like a radio team. Tutankhamun in the
Oh,
mornings.
yeah.
It's
I
the
like
traffic
that.
with Tutankhamun.
Tomb Raider.
He was a pharaoh who ruled Egypt
A pharaoh.
1332 BC to 1323 BC.
Was he a pharaoh or is he a
1332?
king? Which one is
I
it?
think he's a king pharaoh. That's intermingly back then. It's
see.
kind of like Mr. and Doctor.
Ah.
You can be both.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was 8 or 9 when he took.
8 or 9. That's hot.
Wow.
Jeez, that's a accomplished little twink.
Yeah, King Twink. King Tut. A tiny little dick on him.
Oh, really?
Well, when he was 8, I would assume.
Oh, I see.
But I didn't get to see it. I
thought
didn't
you
get
saw it.
tickets.
Yeah, I thought you went and Googled, imaged it.
No, but anyway, so King Tut was there, and also we did that museum show in Philadelphia. Remember that?
Oh, the Mutter
Penn
Museum.
No, that wasn't Mutter.
Ah.
Is it Mutter or Mutter? People say like every kind of say.
Yeah. I don't know. King Mutt.
But that was the U Penn.
Oh,
Remember
that's
that lady?
right.
She might be dead.
Oh, my God. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that video's on YouTube somewhere.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
That
It's
was-
on your YouTube.
20 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, and we pitched it as a show, and nobody cared.
I had a similar thing with the Anne Frank Museum. I showed up with 8 comics in Amsterdam, and I go, "Hey, 2 for Annie," and they said, "What? This is a line around the block. Look at this." And I just look around the block, and it's like 58,000 Jews and a couple of Nazis, and we couldn't get in.
Sounds like Skankfest. But yeah, I mean, it's weird when you just don't with things that you're not into. And I've talked about this recently with there's celebrities who are like huge in comics. I've just never seen anything they've been in.
Right.
So I don't really like Aziz Ansari. I know from the clubs, but I never watched whatever that show, the Parks and Rec. I never watched any of the shows. So they're like, oh, he's huge. And there's other movie stars that you have never seen somebody in. So you're like, I don't know anything about this guy, but I know he's huge.
Same with BTS. You know who that is?
Behind the scenes?
No, it's a bunch of hot Korean boys who sell out soccer stadiums with their boy band horse shit, and they're huge. I'll do these gigs like back in the day. You'd open for Schumer or Louis in an arena, and they're like, BTS is tomorrow. It's 8 to doing 8 shows.
I know BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Oh yeah, no, this is the Asian version.
They sang taking carrot biscuits. That's funny. The Asian BTO.
Oh yeah, I like that.
She works hard for the. That's not that. They had taken care of business, and what was the other one?
Yeah, what was the other BTO?
There was one other song. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It was to
Taking
get up
care
every morning
day.
from the alarm clock
Clock
warning. Take the 8:15 into the city. People pushing, people shoving, people up. BTO also had baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. Bow bow.
Oh, with those eyes.
Here's something you're never gonna forget.
There you go.
Yeah,
Boy.
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
They had 2. Back then, 2 songs could really you could have a real career.
Oh yeah, well now you can have 2 bits and shave and haircut 2 bits.
That's true. Internet.
Kathleen Turner Overdrive. Okay, let me
KTO.
get into this story.
Yeah,
we
sorry.
haven't told the story. We're 48 minutes in. How long have we been talking for there, Lex? 42. Oh, my
Yikes,
God.
a
The
Rudy.
show's over. We haven't done a story.
Hit me, fatty.
They're going to hate me. Hey folks, Tuesdays with Stories is sponsored by Huel. That is spelled Huel. And it is the world's #1 complete nutrition brand trusted by millions. Want a meal that's full of nutrients and takes essentially no time to make? You've gotta check out Huel. I read it right, it's spelled wrong. You've gotta check out Huel. Huel tastes like a milkshake and lets you fuel up on the go. Designed by experts to give your body all of the nutrients it needs from a full meal. Huel is way easier than trying to force down broccoli. I can't eat broccoli. I do sometimes, but I don't like to. I prefer Huel. It comes in both chocolate and vanilla. You can try it in powder formula that you mix with cold water, or pick up their pre-mixed bottles for a grab-and-go option. I love this stuff. You know me. I struggle to eat vegetables. I struggle to eat out my wife. I love Huel. They make it easy. They make it delicious. They make it fast. I'm trying to get healthy. I got a kid. I can't afford my house. Get Huel. It is helping me. Take the leap and join the community of Hueligans with 15% off the code Tuesdays at Huel.com. That's 15% off the code with the code Tuesdays at Huel, Huel.com, or just click the link in our show notes. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Huel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters.
Here, here. Hey, folks. Tuesday Stories brought to you by BlueChew. First impressions are important, but a lasting impression gets you places. Let BlueChew help you leave a lasting impression. It helps give men a longer lasting, stronger boner, and you're always at the top of your game. They're an online service that sends ED medicine right to your door with the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra. But at the fraction of the cost, you're going to have a great time and save a ton of money. Love the BlueChew. This stuff works. Might as well just keep it around the house, keep it in your travel bag, keep it in your wallet. You never know when you're going to use it. They're chewable, they work fast, and they never let you down. Or your dick. BlueChew is even chewable, so you can easily take a tablet any time of day or night. BlueChew wants you to have the confidence to perform at your best, so discover your options at BlueChew.com. Tuesday with Stories listeners can try BlueChew free when you use our promo code Tuesdays at checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code Tuesdays to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety info. We thank BlueChew for sponsoring the pod.
Okay, so we did Philadelphia. Unbelievable weekend. For some reason, late show Saturday. I just couldn't get anything moving. We had sold out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then that late show Saturday, Phillies playoff was going on. There was a huge fight that night also. Big UFC card.
Pereira.
Did you know that you can just get the club to buy the fight?
I do it all the time.
Like the opener, it wasn't even openers. It was like guest spot. People were like, tell the manager.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
That's the weird thing about money. If you go, hey, can you give me $200? They go, no. But if you go, can you put the fight on? It costs $200. They're like, all right, we'll do it.
It's not 200. That was like 80.
Maybe it's 80. But I threw out a number.
I like the number. Well, anyway, so there's a big fight. Anyways, every show was fucking rocking and killing. Mary Radzinski was hosting. You know Mary?
Oh, she's funny.
She's great. I had my last drink I've ever had in my life was with her and Pat House at Helium.
Wow.
So significant place, of course. And I've been working there for 18 years now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So just an amazing show. And then Matt Wayne was featuring, and Sarah and the baby came down, which is exciting because, I don't like being away. I hate missing him. I miss her, sort of. And so I said, hey, come on down. It's Philly. We'll all drive together. So we had a big family affair. It was me, Matt, the baby, Sarah, which is great because all day I can hang out with them and see them and everything. But it's still tricky.
Yeah.
Because you're like, and we had this in Portland too. You're like, you got to get a second room because you're like, well, I have to go nap. I woke up at 6. I have 2 shows, 2 meet and greets. It's a lot to juggle.
Second room, really?
Yeah, because I'm like, I want to go nap. She wants to go nap. It's, you don't have to, but it's a lot. Like, I can't just be like, hey, I have a show. Could you, be quiet?
Right.
11-month-old?
I never thought about that.
And it's Philly. There's only so long you can go walk around and go somewhere. So we're hanging out. We're doing the shows. They're all fucking killer. Every show, great crowds, great meet and greets, sold out of merch.
Nice.
So then
That's lunch.
I get a text from No one wants to hear about her.
Uh-oh.
Old Feehan.
Old foot job.
And she goes, hey, I think this is okay to say. I think she talks about it. Drew Montana, you know Drew Montana?
No.
He's a comedian in Philly.
I don't know.
He's in Shane's crew, I think. And
Okay.
he's got a big podcast.
Great name.
Yeah, DRU, Montana. He's like a quarterback.
Black guy?
Sort of.
Oh.
He's white, but he's like an urban-y white guy.
I see. A wigger.
Whoa!
Wow. You could say bigger.
That's true.
Uh-huh.
Different meaning. But
Wigger warning.
so she goes, hey, could you do his podcast, be a personal favor to me?
Okay.
And I go, sure, I'm happy to do a podcast. I love doing podcasts.
What, you blow this guy in the 80s or something?
I think in the 2020s.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yesterday?
So I think they're kind of dating.
Oh, great. All right.
Yeah. So, I mean, by the time this comes out, who knows? They could
Yeah.
be married or she could have killed him.
Hannah Montana.
So I go, yeah, I like to do favors. I do favors. I got to get him more podcasts. Plus, when I said I was going to Philly, they got like an army of fans. 100
Oh,
people
yeah.
were like, hey, please do his podcast, do this podcast.
Great.
So I said, great. But Friday morning, I had radio. So I was like, I got radio Friday morning.
President Steve?
Of course.
Philly's finest.
Love those guys. They're so awesome. That's a good radio show. You can do it for like 20 minutes.
Yep.
They let you just be yourself.
They laugh.
And they're all huge fans of ours.
Woo!
So I go, I got radio, plus I have the family, so I'll be a little tired. So Kerryn's like, well, do it. You got to do the pod. You said you'd do it. And I said, I'm happy to do it. But I go, I got an idea.
Uh-oh.
What if you come down to Philly, fuck your boyfriend, strap one on, throw one in his ass,
Sure.
do whatever you guys do. I don't know what they do in the privacy of their home. Then at night, you watch the baby, the first show, just sit in the room. He'll be sleeping. Sarah can come do a guest spot. I go, I'll get you a room because I want a room to nap during the day anyways.
Whoa!
So I go, then you guys can switch. You can do a spot on the Late Show. Then we'll all do his podcast together.
Oh,
Pretty
wow.
good plan. So he gets the king of content on his podcast.
Yeah, King
They
Tut.
both get laid, and they can do it in a nice hotel because they're getting a free hotel.
Sure.
Sarah gets a spot.
Nice.
I get a spot.
What about the baby?
Baby, she's going to watch the baby for one show. Sarah's going to watch the other show.
Oh, man. This is locking in.
Perfect. She goes, I'm on the next train.
Whoa!
I go, all right. Everywhere. It's working out for everybody.
Love it.
So she comes on down. I go down. I go, hey, let me get another hotel, discounted room, because we're the comedians. I go, give me for 2 days.
Sinesta?
I got the Sinesta, yeah.
I know it well.
Now they know next time.
Sorry.
But so I go, fantastic. This is great. So we got me, Matt, the baby, Sarah, Kerryn, Drew, the butler, the whole gang.
What are you dropping on hotels over here, Fatty? This is quite a couple of rooms.
It's a club discount. It's $130.
Okay.
$130 a night. So
All
2
right.
nights, $260. That's to get my wife a spot, get my friend laid,
Yep.
and I can nap. The nap is crucial.
Nap is big.
Because now Sarah's like, well, you watch the baby. She didn't sleep because I had to do the show. So she's like, she goes, takes a nap. She goes and works out. Boobily boop, bibbity bing. It's all locking in.
It's all pipes. You know what they need, I don't want to cut you off here, but if we could invent something, there's a drug that makes you high for 20 minutes. What's that called? Salvia? No. Svetlana? Is it salvia? You take it, you're high for 20 minutes, and you're back.
Huh.
Wouldn't it be great if there was a drug that would put you to sleep for 20 minutes, and then you're back? Just knocks you right out, because I can't nap.
Right.
But sometimes you just need 20 minutes. Wouldn't it be great if you could just go, doot? I guess that's called heroin.
Yeah, I think heroin will put you out for 20 minutes.
Yeah, but then you
possibly
get
a few more hours.
You get addicted, blowing a guy, you live in Kensington, you're doing this shit, the hover.
Well, I think AI will solve this. I think AI will just be able to, you set a timer like, I want to feel like I've slept for 21 minutes. And
Yes.
it goes like, doink, and then you just have it.
I hope you're right.
I think it'll take some time, but we'll get there.
Feels dangerous.
Oh, it's dangerous.
You
Yeah.
got to let a few queefs guinea pig it.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's people ready to do that.
Oh, yeah. Those people want to go to Mars.
I'd go to Mars. I like their candy bars. Hi, folks.
Hey. I'm more of a Milky Way. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
So she comes down, and I go, okay, this is going to be great. And what was nice was, so we all hang out. We have I like a family feel.
Yes.
We're all hanging out, and Matt's really bonding with the baby, so that's fun, and we have a good time. So she comes in. She arrives at 6 o'clock or whatever. comes in, plays with the baby. Baby loves her. She loves the baby. And then the three of us are all having a nice time. Well, four of us, counting Marty. We're just playing around in the bed, having a few laughs. Sarah gets dressed. We go down to the club, does a guest spot. She kills. Matt kills. I kill. She leaves. Kerryn comes back. Drew comes over. Kerryn does the spot. She kills. Everything's working out great. We all walk back. This is wonderful. Kerryn leaves the next day. Sarah and I go for a run with the baby. It's a beautiful day. George is saying, cut it. So then the next day, Drew comes over.
Yeah.
Drew Montana.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, you think I can get a guest spot? I go, yeah, sure, the Late Show. You can do a guest spot on the Late Show.
All right.
And his buddy Naeem, they do a podcast
I know
together.
Naeem.
You know Naeem.
Yeah.
Well, Naeem goes, how about 2 guest spots? I go,
this is a bit much.
and I go, what are you, crazy? I can't have 5 people. But now it's a weird racial thing because the white guy gets a spot,
I
the black guy
know.
doesn't. I feel like a piece of shit.
The guilt.
So now I haven't slept in 4 days, but I'm like, what am I going to have 5 people on the show? What am
Yeah.
I?
Black?
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
So I go, Drew, you got the guest spot. Naeem, we'll order the fight. So we got the fight on.
Okay.
And so they're hanging out, having some drugs and some booze and the thing. We're all having a few laughs. The fights are on. That's great. It's a lot going on in the green room.
Yeah.
So I say, Mary, don't forget Drew Montana. She's on stage. And Wayne has got his legs out. He's looking at Twitter and picking daisies. And you hear, your feature act has a new special coming out on Joe's YouTube. And Matt goes, ah! Everyone goes, no, whoa. She brings up Matt.
Instead of the guest.
Instead of Drew, who's been nervously biting his nails and pacing.
She blew Montana.
So she brings up Matt. Matt elbows Drew, and Matt runs out. Although I feel like Drew could have just been like, oh, no, it's me.
Yeah.
But he felt weird and awkward. So then Matt goes out there. It's the last show of the week. Mary comes back, and she thinks she's done working for the week. She's like, woo, that was a great spot. And now Drew and the crew all go, you forgot to bring up Drew. What the fuck? So her heart sinks. She's devastated. And then they're all busting her balls. I felt bad.
You were probably like, this kind of worked out.
I was like, beautiful. No guest spot.
Yeah,
But
no
then
double guest.
She felt terrible. Now Drew's upset because he lost his spot. He was excited. It's Saturday night at Helium.
Of course.
So he lost his spot. Mary feels terrible. I feel terrible. These guys are making fun.
What about Naeem?
What do you mean?
Didn't he have a spot as well?
No, I said no to the Naeem spot.
Oh, you did say no.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I thought
that's
you
crazy.
caved.
No cave. Nick cave. I go bat cave. So he goes,
And cave.
they're all just shitting on him. And finally I go, tell you what, get the manager back here. We'll light Matt at 11, do the guest spot after the feature. What difference does it make?
Oh, boy.
Because-
give the manager one, too. Well, why not?
Otherwise, everyone's feeling bad. So let me
All right.
solve the problem.
Okay.
Because she's feeling terrible. He lost his spot. They're giving shit. So I go, get Matt up. So now Matt thinks he's doing 20. He gets the light. He's got to edit on the fly. He
Yeah.
comes back. It was a whole rigmarole. Drew goes up. He gets like a pop. He's like a Philly.
Oh, all right, Drewski.
Yeah, he kicked ass and killed, and that was great. And then I went on and ate shit. But
Come on.
I'm kidding, of course. It was great. And did a nice meet and greet and some real kooks in the meet and greet. I had a guy Matt sells my shirts while I'm taking photos. And then a guy bought the shirt and comes back and goes, hey, this is your shirt? I thought this was Matt's shirt.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, I did a 6-minute pitch on stage.
It says Listomania.
Like,
What are we doing here?
about? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of kooks out in that Pennsylvania.
Oh, my God. They're kooks. And they're deciding the election, which is fun to think about. Every person you meet, you're like, you're deciding the fate of the country.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
They decide the fate of the country, and a member of that state shot the president or shot the candidate.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that's a lot of range.
Yeah. Oh, he had range, but not quite the
You
aim.
can hit a range finder.
But anyway, so that was great. So then we all drive back Sunday morning, me, Matt, Sarah, and the baby. Get up early. We're heading back. And it's Rosebud Baker and Andy Haynes' birthday. Their daughter's birthday.
First year.
Turning 1, it was like 3 weeks older than my child. So it's one of these things where you're like, you're excited, it's fun, everyone will be there, the parents and your babies all get to hang out. And I'm like, this is going to be great. But when it comes time to do it, you're like, we're going to wake up at 7 in the morning, drive from Philly, drop Matt off in Brooklyn, get to our house, and immediately unpack, turn around, and head to a birthday party
Yeah.
with an 11-month-old baby. So you're like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
But you want to do it because it's fun.
Okay.
And you want to socialize and be part of it. So we hop in the car, we drive up. I go, Matt, I'll drop you off. He lives in Sunset Park, not far from you, I don't think.
It's a hike.
Oh, okay. Not too far.
Not too
I
far,
think you
but
could walk if you had to.
you think?
Sunset Park to Fort Greene?
That's a good 40-minute walk.
Okay, 40 minutes. That's nothing. Look up Sunset Park to Fort Greene walk.
That's nothing. Tell that to Stephen Hawking.
And tell me the train and the walk.
The train may be all right, but the walk, I feel like that's a humding.
All right, let me get some time here. Come on, Lexi Lou.
Car 32, train 36, walking hour 20.
Hour 20
that's
minute
heavy
walk.
duty.
Okay, 30. Yeah, well, Brooklyn's so wacky.
It's huge.
Huge, Brooklyn.
It's bigger than, I think it's the biggest borough.
By size.
It used to be its own city, but then they merged.
Right. I think Queens is going to be bigger than
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
you're probably
Queens
right.
is bigger, I think. We got both airports, the baseball stadium, the tennis stadium.
True that.
I would never leave Queens under any circumstances.
It's a horrible idea. It's a great area.
Oh, I fucked up. No, Queens is the biggest.
Yeah, okay.
So any farts. So we're driving up. We got the thing. We drop him. And then this is a kick in the dick. So this is 5 days before we move to Battery Park City. The directions take us. We drop him off at Sunset Park. The directions go, all right, drive through the tunnel. We go through the Manhattan Tunnel there, the Chip Carey or whatever the fuck it is, Drew Carey Tunnel.
Ah, yes.
We come up.
Cleveland rocks.
Literally, I'm not even exaggerating. I can see my new apartment.
Whoa!
My new parking garage is above us. I'm looking at it.
How about
and I
that?
look at this, and it's 37 minutes to my house.
Ah.
So if I had moved 5 days earlier, we would be home. It's like one of those, if you lived here, you'd be home right now.
Yes, that happened to you.
It's a beautiful day, so we got to go drive around, watch my new apartment in the rearview mirror, go all the way out to Queens, come up. We got 6 fucking suitcases, 3 backpacks, a partridge in a pear tree, the double-sided dildo, the baby.
Yes.
Unpack everything. Now, the party, the theme is cowgirl disco.
Wait. There's a theme for a 1-year-old child's birthday party?
That's right.
Okay. Feels like a lot.
She's turning 1. She
Cowgirl
wants
disco?
a cowgirl disco. It says, dress accordingly.
What
So
the
Sarah, the night before, she buys a cowboy onesie for the baby. It's got cowboys and Indians getting murdered and raped and their land taken on it.
This is child abuse.
And so it's like a onesie with long sleeves and buttons. I'll show you the photo. It's
I can't
adorable.
wait.
She buys him a little kid cowboy hat. She buys herself a cowboy hat. And then she had like she's from Texas, with tassels on the tits.
Oh, yeah.
She's got some tight Wrangler jeans, and she happens to own a pair of cowboy boots.
Oh, this is getting hotter.
It was hot. So the night before, speaking of hot, she bought and brought a hot glue gun
Jesus.
to Philadelphia. It's like all in a hat. It's like a 10-gallon hat with a glue gun, and she bought some studded spanglers.
Oh,
What do you call-
spurs?
Not spurs, but what does Macho Man Randy Savage have?
The tassels.
Like beaded tassels.
Geez,
So-
she's officially a mom.
She's all mom all the time. It's really hot. I love it. I'm like, blow me, you mom.
I like
So-
that she had a glue gun. She still had the gun.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
So she's gluing it on in the bathroom because the baby's sleeping. So I'm out working. She's gluing beads so we can be the best dressed
Oh,
couple.
my God. Nerd alert.
Meanwhile, she orders nothing for me. I have nothing. And so I'm like, I guess I'm not going. This is great. You guys go to the party. I'll watch football and pull my prick.
Well, you're the disco. She's cowgirl. You're disco.
Well, she discoed it up too. She put some thick eyeliner on and lipstick and some cocaine in her nostril like Neil Young.
Hell yeah.
And so we're all excited. And I go, I don't have a fucking outfit. What is this? And she's like, nobody told me.
Right.
I just thought it was a party. I'm like, well, how am I just finding this out? I look like a fucking dick face. I'm wearing an illegal Pete's Burritos shirt and a pair of Dockers and some New Balance sneakers. I'm wearing the
Sure.
same thing I wear every day. And Warby Parker glasses, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look like a fucking meatball. Should I buy a gun? What should I do?
Yes. Get a gun and get a truck and pull a gay guy.
So I go, I can't go to this goddamn party. Everyone's discoed out. The baby looks amazing. She puts eyeliner on him and shaves his head and gave him a little baby naked lady. And,
Is he taught by a drag queen as well?
yeah, he's got lipstick on.
Oh,
and,
boy.
Platform shoes. So they're decked out. I mean, you got to see it.
Well, this is a Texas what is it called? Disco cowgirl?
Disco cowgirl.
All right. You got a baby. You didn't abort. That's very Texas.
That's true. And it said, think bachelorette party. So we got bachelorette party, cowgirl, disco, all in our mind.
okay.
The whole ride, now I'm exhausted. I've driven home. The baby didn't sleep the night before. We just turned around. I want to watch football, but I'm also excited to see. I love Andy. I love Rosebud. And I think, there's a bunch of fun people. Casey Balsham and Robbie Slowick, who are great. Mike Cannon's coming. I'm texting with him. He's the best. And who else was there? A bunch of people. Sydney Washington, Amina, all these great people that I really like seeing. And the baby gets to see other people. Oh, Rachel Feinstein was going. Her husband, who I love. So the whole time, I'm like, I'm going to look like a fucking dickhead. There's nothing worse than being at a costume party and you're like, I didn't do it.
Right.
I didn't participate. I suck. We show up, and that's when I realized there is something worse than being the only one at a costume party not dressed. You know what it is? I'll help.
I don't know.
The reverse.
Everyone's not dressed and you're dressed.
We show up. Sarah's got a 10-gallon hat. She looks like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. She's got the tassels on her tits. My son looks like a homosexual from 1980. He looks like Elton John. He's wearing big sunglasses, a cowboy shirt, beads. He's half asleep.
Oh.
We show up, we look in, and it's like a big glass building where the kids play. And I'm going,
I don't see a cowboy
Andy,
in there.
There's that guy. There's Chris Rock. There's Richard Pryor. I don't see a cowboy hat with Miles.
Yeah.
We walk in and Sarah's like jingling and jangling. She's like comes in with her 6-shooter and her spurs, and they go, "Oh, we ditched that idea.
Yeah.
Nobody was into it."
So what are you in the car rubbing the shit off? And
No, we're
throwing
already in the party.
Oh my god.
So now I'm going, great. You look like an asshole, not me.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was going to be the one dick face.
Wow. So Sarah's the only cowgirl disco retard.
Oh, yeah. I had to take the hat out and burn it quickly.
Sure.
My son, I literally took his onesie off because he couldn't
Yeah.
even move because there was so many beads. It was like he was in chains.
Bring him in naked.
So I did. He was walked around in just a diaper. He was overwhelmed. I felt bad because it was so loud because there's a lot of little kids there screaming.
Yeah.
He's like, what is this? But it wasn't good. I mean, it was hilarious,
Wow.
obviously. But you show up and she just looks like a goofball.
She just had to eat it. You got one of the village people walking into a party.
Now, to be fair, once you take the hat off, the baby's a baby. He doesn't know. But she didn't care. She'd still looked great.
Yeah.
She's got basically got tight jeans on and a shirt. It's got tassels, but it's like whatever.
Well, what is this party theme? Then you show up and you're the asshole? It's a bit of a trap. It's a bit of a ruse.
Well, I guess I don't know. We just didn't get the text.
Feels like you showed up to the golf course and the sprinklers went on.
Maybe
it feels like they got you here.
I guess they thought we weren't coming, but we RSVP'd, so
Huh.
I don't know. She was a hero for doing it, and she looked like a meatball, but it was hot, and then I took the baby's stuff off, and I was like, I just threw it in the trash.
I'm hurt I didn't get an invite.
Yeah, well,
I don't have a kid. Also, I wouldn't have gone to that.
no, there's plenty of people without kids there.
That
wasn't it.
Well,
I'd say half the people didn't have kids.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what could you do?
Yeah. Well, you don't really go to things.
That's true. But I would have dressed up at my house.
Yeah, it would have been fun.
I'll just wear a cowboy hat for fun.
But anyway, so that was the party. We felt like meatballs and idiots, but then we went back and it was nice. Then once you get home, once you do the thing,
Oh, you feel great.
you're like, whoo! Plus, it was great to see everybody. Everyone was so nice and friendly and complimentary, which was great.
Then you take the night off, and you really earned it.
Oh yeah, I'm taking all nights off. I haven't done a spot in the city in
Really?
a couple months now.
I
Well,
can't-
now I'm in the thing of you work all weekend, you do
Right.
all the shows. I did Grove 34 last night, actually.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I think to me, well, not to get too into it, but I think doing these theaters, you can't really fuck around. So I need the city spots to work on new.
Yeah, exactly. You only have one show
Yes.
or two shows at most, but
It's a treat to
and
do
they're
the one
paying
show.
real money, and it's a
yes.
show. So
Yes, and you do a meet and greet, and you sell. It's a lot of expelling. You're doing a
Right.
lot of work, exerting.
right.
But you're not really getting any work done, or I'm not. But you're doing the Philly Healy. We could really shuck and jive out there.
A little shucking and jiving. It's hard because I'm about to shoot a special, so you want to run the special, but at the same time, you're like, well, in 2 weeks, I'm out of material.
I know.
So you want to work
It
the
never
new, and I
ends.
can't not write and perform new jokes. I can't do it. I don't know
Well, it's a
I don't
good
know how
problem
these
to
people do
have.
It is. I don't know how these people do it. They're like, I just do one act for 40 years. I'm like, are you not fucking infuriated telling the same goddamn joke again?
I think people are more scared of bombing than they are of that feeling.
Right.
So they don't want to try the new and be swimming out there.
Right. Yeah.
And
well,
sometimes it's about when people come to see you and they're like, I'm a huge fan. And you're like, so Psalms, what's that, like a scripture? And
well,
like,
but you
"This
got to
guy
work
sucks."
it in like that.
You gotta work it in.
Yeah, you have a couple tried and trues, obviously. but
Right.
You milk it in there. And people now, I think they love hearing new because there's
Yes.
such podcasts. Because of podcast, I think in 1988, if you walked up and were like, hold on, let me look at my notes and see this. Is this anything? They'd be like, what
Right.
the fuck is this?
Of course.
But now, because of podcasts, if you're like, boy, I was hanging out with Ari the other day, they're like, woohoo.
yeah. And I think it's just the way the wind's blowing. Like, we don't like the polished shit. We want the authentic, gritty. No one wants Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show. They want Theo Vaughn with sweatpants on talking to Trump.
Right. So it's a topsy-turvy world, and I got a couple other things, but I'll save it for the Patreon. I feel like where are we?
Hour 4.
Oh, my God. Well,
How'd that happen?
Speaking of the Patreon, we got Nick DiPaolo and Nate Bargatze episode. People want full episodes for bonuses. That's an hour and 15 minutes. Mark, me, DiPaolo, Bargatze,
The
who
biggest comic in the world.
just killed it on
Saturday Night Live.
SNL again.
Mad TV.
when do you have to host by?
Oh, yeah.
2028?
We got a bet going. A little wager.
2028, I think it was. I think so.
Yeah. Was it 2028? I thought it was 27.
2030, I might have said.
I think it was 2026.
I can't remember.
We'll see what
End of the
happens.
century.
Oh, yeah.
But-
What was it? 1,000 clams, I believe.
No.
Something like that.
That's what people
1,500?
tried to claim. It was $100. It was $100. You
Call
can go
in.
watch the tape.
Bring it up.
No, don't call in because they all go, no, it's 1,000, you fucking idiot. and I'm
Well-
like, I watched the tape 4 times.
Send me the video.
I say 100. It's 100.
right.
Before the shake, I say, I can't afford 1,000. Let's do 100. You say, yes. We shake hands on video.
All right.
And still, this is the time we're living in. And still, even after
I
that,
know.
no, you said it that. I'm like, what are you, crazy?
Yeah, that's how we do it. Well, the same with politics. Blah, he said this, he said that. We're like, we cut to the old video, and they're like, well, whatever.
Believe me, I know. That's all that happens. It's crazy.
It's
but
kooky times.
Kamala's
Kamala's on Call Her Daddy. It's all wacky.
I don't even know what Call Her Daddy is.
It's the biggest pod for women. It's like the Rogan for women.
Oh, wow.
It's a whopper.
No kidding.
Yes, Joe Hogan.
Well, anyway, so join the Patreon. We got that one. And then we also have the Eddie Pepitone and Joe DeRosa live from Skank, but that's another hour-and-a-half episode. So there's a long. We're about to do another long bonus right now, and we're doing more. I can't afford my rent, so get on there. And then November 9th, which is soon. By the time this comes out, it might be tomorrow. I don't know when the fuck it is. Town Hall.
Ooh-wee.
Good gravy. Come out to that. And December, San Diego. I'm in San Diego for the first time ever. Never worked San Diego in my life.
One of the best comedy markets. You're going to love it.
Yeah, December 4th to the 6th, or whatever that weekend is. First
Hell
weekend
yeah.
of December, I think it is. Let me see. Yeah,
All
5th through the 7th.
I'm at the Chicago Theater, Dallas Improv, Houston Improv, Phoenix Stand Up Live, coming back to the comedy clubs, Hilarities, Comedy Connection in Rhode Island, NOLA, Wilkes-Barre, Torrington, Connecticut. Got all kinds of wacky dates. Gonna do some more club stuff. Trying to build this special. Get some Bodega Cat. Get on the Patreon. Queef it up. We'll see you in hell. Thanks for the onesies, by the way. I got some real cuties.
Oh, yeah. I got nothing. Every single day he's wearing a two. Oh, this is a quick funny story. We're in Central Park, and this Asian couple came up, which is very strange, and she was like, shake my hand to my baby, which is very weird, and he touched her hand.
BTS.
And then the guy behind her husband, was like this, my father is gay? And then she's like, my father's gay.
Wow.
And they were howling, and they were walking away. It was like in sheep meadow. They were like a half mile away, still like, and
Couple of
so that was
geishas.
fun. Yeah. So my father's gay. Thank you.
Thank you.
George
All
is
right.
saying cut it.
All right. We'll see you in hell, folks.
Themselves